Do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in aliens? These simple questions are all it took to jumpstart one of the most insane mangas out right now. And as the classic saying goes, fuck around and find out. So main character 1, Momo Aise, goes to this weird ass abandoned hospital that's said to be a hotspot for aliens. And main character 2, Ken Takakura, goes to this tunnel that's known for ghost sightings. And as the classic saying goes, search and thou shalt, search and you'll find, search. I ran out of sayings that I know. Anyway, basically Momo gets abducted by aliens and they're trying to probe her to make children since their species is all males. Hey yo, what the fuck? And Ken runs into Turbo Granny, a ghost who offers him the deal of a lifetime.
I'll let you suck my Milky Wilky milkers if you allow me to give you that Sloppinator 3000 with extra suction capabilities.
Excuse me? Bitch, you're like 96. I'm down though. Look, now, hey, whoa, hey, chill out. It's for the story, bro. Think about the stories you get from this, bro. You're not hearing me. You're not hearing me, bro. Dandadan is peak fiction. The protagonist literally has Jordan 6s on. How can you hate on the main character who's legit stomping niggas out in the white infrareds, bro? My twin is stanced the fuck up. Really had to do it to him. Dandadan was created by Tatsu Yukinobu, one of Tatsuki Fujimoto's former assistants. So if you love the crackhead pacing and speed of Chainsaw Man, this shit is gonna be right up your alley. It looks like the Chainsaw Man meta has finally hit the rest of the manga industry. And let me tell you something, brother, I'm highly excited about it. This manga is everything you could ever want in a shonen. Sick ass fights? Check. Top tier character development? Check. Actual funny comedy that isn't cringe? Check. I mean, like, come on, bro. In chapter 9, this nigga literally lost his balls. Before I get too far ahead of myself, let me just explain how this shit began. So we start this story off with Momo Aise, a high school girl who just got dumped by this grown-ass man. Please lock this nigga up immediately. Anyway, Momo's bummed out all day walking around school, but that's when she witnesses this classic nerd archetype of a character getting bullied. She leaves after helping him out, but Buddy read her reaction completely wrong. Turns out my man is a psyched out conspiracy theorist and starts running through said conspiracies like Alex Jones on acid. Momo is like, hey my boy, you gotta shut the fuck up. And she calls bullshit on all the aliens nonsense he spit, but she throws him a bone in the midst that she does believe in ghosts, however. To which this default nerd, Ken Takakura, says she's a tweaker for believing in spirits. So the game is on. They challenge each other to go to famous locations for alien and ghost sightings respectively. And like I said previously, fuck around and find out because they both found what they were looking for. Ken gets cursed by this dick-sucking ghost, and Momo gets abducted by these thick neck-ass aliens. Them boys ain't got no neck meat. That shit is absurd. These girthy neck aliens are weird as hell and trying to reproduce with Momo. But shout out to Soldier Boy because Ken said kiss me through the phone. But this dude starts using the power of the curse to his advantage and phases through a fucking iPhone and save the homie. But the curse then takes over completely, and Turbo Granny is once again on the hunt for cock. She's whooping these aliens' asses at first, biting the Franks off and all that, but the psychokinetic powers of the extraterrestrials is too much to handle. But surprise, surprise, it's time for Momo to join the fray. Her grandmother is a psychic. She taught Momo techniques for years, so what better time for an anime power awakening than right now? Boom, now Momo has psychic powers, and she immediately begins to partake in the wrath of Get Back Gang. Nigga starts fading the aliens in her drawers. You gotta respect it. It's one thing to get your ass beat, but to get folded by a nigga with no pants on is ludicrous. Anyway, the battle seems to be over, but Ken cannot control the curse on him at all. Fortunately, Momo's psychic powers fight against the curse and she's able to separate the spirit from Ken's body. But before the split, Turbo Granny stole this nigga cans of meat. She stole his Frankfurt, the bratwurst, the Oscar. She stole his dick, yeah. And the curse would not go away until he gets his glizzy back. So yeah, that's chapter 1. All that in just 64 fucking pages. If you think that's crazy, that's simply the tip of the iceberg. Or I guess it would be more fitting in this scenario to say it's the tip of the dick. Look, I've read a lot of crazy manga in my life. From girls growing schmeats to serial killer YouTubers. I've seen it all, man. But every fucking week, Dandadan still manages to make me go, what the hell is happening? And for that, I love it. One of the main end goals of this series right now is for Ken to get his dick back. Nigga got robbed for his meat. They took my man's balls, bro. What the hell is that device? Where can I purchase one? How much is that? I need to know the details. Why do the exorcists in this universe look like made up extras for a new Guitar Hero cover art? Why are these niggas fighting fucking Funko Pops? The world may never know. Fat head ass dude, bobblehead ass dudes, large kratom ass dude. Already know they got a lot on their mind. I hate to keep bringing up Chainsaw Man, but these two stories are so similar in the way that they're completely deranged but still maintain the plot and pacing no matter how insane it gets. But Dandadan somehow looked at Chainsaw Man and was like, yeah, I'm finna get sillier. I'm finna get fucking wackier. Yeah, Chainsaw Man might have a groomer side character throw up into the main character's mouth, but Dandadan has Godzilla. How about that? We got a fucking ghost that sucks penis, dude. What about, okay, how about that? Even still, the excellent pacing and consistent character development make this super easy to read and binge in at night type shit. The story has many layers of depth through the thought out world building and lovable cast. But if you want to skip all that and just tap it for some high speed action, the style of writing here lets you choose how invested you want to be. And a lot of that is due to how all the art just jumps off the pages. This is one of those those mangas that was just perfectly crafted to be animated one day. Stuff like Berserk or Vagabond are in a space like, it might not translate. Anime can't do it justice. But Dandadan is the complete opposite. All the motion of the battle scenes are conveyed so beautifully, it's like this shit was just begging to get an anime. I can see the AMVs right now, bro. Like, you throw some Kochis on top of this, bro, it's lit. It's really incredible how vividly I can see and imagine these niggas getting their ass beat in just a 2D medium of pictures. Paneling is fantastic and works with the framing and heavenly harmony. The sense of size and scale in all the fights makes every moment feel so intense. When a character gets punched in their shit, you can feel it. Like, you truly can't storyboard any better than this. And supposedly Wit Studio is gonna be working on the Dandadan anime, so bro, if that's true, we might be getting some of the best anime fights for a long time out of this series. While on the topic of art, I also want to highlight how well the art characterizes the world here. What I mean by that is a lot of series feel really similar in terms of setting in a way that it's easy to imagine certain characters existing in the same universe. But nah, Dandadan is Dandadan. What happens in Dandadan stays in Dandadan. We're talking about a world in which this baddie, who is Momo's grandma by the way, can just drop down from the sky in this fat ass UFO and nobody says anything. It's just like, yeah, she just came from a UFO. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we just know a nigga with a UFO, you know what I'm saying, type shit. This is a world where a giant snake monster underground will rise up and decimate a whole fucking town of cultists. This is a world where a creepypasta will try and sneak you while you're working at a maid cafe. Moe, can you get these fucking freaks out of my establishment? I'm sorry.
Yo, who the fuck is this nigga?
The setting itself is a character in Dandadan. It has just as much emotion as our leads. And some of these backgrounds are so detailed it enhances the flow of every moment. Like, you can feel just how small this room is while Momo's trying to use her powers. And in this panel, you can feel just how fucking big and fast this crab is. Pause. But where Dandadan truly shines the brightest is in its characters. I think this might be an all-time favorite cast of characters in the manga for me, man. Literally everyone is fly as hell, or at least interesting. Starting from the top, Momo is a fucking god tier main character. Momo, I say, is easily one of my favorite new gen protagonists. It's always so refreshing to see a character who's confident and capable from the start of the story, especially in shonen. Her personality instantly grabs your attention. She's a character who's rebellious and immature, but responsible when needed, kind and caring, but extremely impatient. And she's so smart, but in a practical way. Like, the way she comes up with creative ways to use her psychic powers every fight never ceases to amaze me. One chapter she'll think of some smart ass science shit and use her powers to become a fucking torpedo underwater, but then the next chapter she'll just be like, fuck it, I'm finna hit this nigga with a truck. Ken is fine too though, don't get me wrong. He's a nerd archetype done right in my opinion. Anime definitely overuses the nerd as a base point of shows, and they never really feel like a full character to me. They have everything handed to them basically to quench the thirst of the people who want to self-insert. But in Dandadan, Ken puts in real effort throughout the story to make the changes he wants in his life. He wants to help Momo out and be more reliable in the fights, so he hits the weights and starts getting swole. When Gigi, Momo's childhood friend, pulls up and starts making moves towards her as well, he's not going for it. Ken might be a nerd, but he damn sure not pussy. My favorite moment in the manga was when Ken challenged this dude who's been whooping his ass for like 20 chapters to a rematch. He's like, nah bro, you gotta see me with that shit again, bro. You gotta see me again, on God.
Hey, bro, come on, bro. You keep running goddamn mouth. Come to the street, lame man, nigga. Come to the street, bro.
Then he proceeds to give this nigga an absolute ass whooping, like Goku versus the new villain round 1 type of ass whooping, bro. Like, this nigga really spent the block, and you have to respect it. And then we got Miss Seiko, aka Momo's grandma. Why is she 86 but still bad as hell? Beats me, I don't fucking know. But what I do know is that I'm done with all that mommy shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been on the mommy wave for a while, but I'm out, bro. I'm on granny timing, bro. Where the fucking granny's at? Nah, jokes aside, how the author managed to make an old lady the best girl is beyond me. She's the trump card in most situations, and when we get to see her in action is always a treat. It's like if Batman just pulled up during an episode of Teen Titans, bro. Like, just seeing her pull up and wash niggas every time she pops up is so far. Granny I say really with the shits, bro. You know how bonkers it is to whoop a nigga ass with slides on? Nah, that's mad disrespectful. Although these characters are so great individually, what's truly amazing is how well they work together. The dynamic between Ken and Momo specifically is so natural and organic. Their relationship slowly going from friendship to something more has been going at such a wonderful pace, but it doesn't interfere with the rest of the plot points, nor does it feel like a weird tacked on side story just for the hell of it. Character interactions are Dandadan, along with all the scary moments or big shonen city destroying battles. All the beats in the story are blended perfectly and allow every plot point, big or small, to have the exact amount of time it needs to carve out the space in the world. That's why every time we see characters work together better and better in Dandadan, it's so hard because we got to see every step that led them to that point. Like, seeing Ken and Gigi go from love rivals to best friends was wholesome as fuck. The characters in Dandadan all feel so real in the way that none of them really check off a box for tropes for too long. When a character is first introduced, it kind of feels like, yeah, this is the nerd guy, this is the cool guy. But after we get to know them, everybody in this series is truly unique. So yeah, Dandadan is probably my favorite ongoing series right now after Chainsaw Man, but with how good the recent chapters have been, that gap is getting smaller and smaller. These two series are basically cousins who are best friends in my eyes, so if you liked any part of Chainsaw Man, I definitely think Dandadan is worth checking out. The rumors of an anime for this series have been coming up more and more recently, so we can only pray that we get official confirmation of Wit whip being involved. Cause I'm telling you, bro, if we get the whip boys on this, ooh, wee. But yeah, that's the end of the video. I don't really know how to end this. Follow me on Twitter if the site hasn't blown up yet. Follow me on TikTok or something. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. But yeah, have a blessed day and deuces.